All right, good afternoon, guys. It's very nice to see you again. How are we doing today? How has the week been? Anything going on?
Hi. It's all right, huh?
Yeah.
Things haven't really been too bad. Cindy has been very caring and very attentive to me and my needs. She helps me make my lunch in the evenings. The night before work, she has also helped me put my laundry away. Overall, her company has been good.
Well, it's great to hear that Cindy's been able to be more attentive to your needs. I know that's something she's been working towards. Cindy, how's the week been for you?
Yeah, it's been fine. Like Drake said, I've been attending to his needs, but we did have a pretty big argument this weekend.
Oh yeah, we did. She tried blaming me for those nosebleeds that she got while we were play fighting.
All right, well, let's, take a minute to really get into that. Cindy, from your perspective, can you tell me what happened?
So we were enjoying a nice evening together. We had watched some movies. We were just kind of getting ready and settling down. We were laughing and having fun. We started kind of tickling and just like play fighting, kind of play wrestling is something that we do. And it was fun. It was all fun and games. And then when I got up to go to the bathroom, I looked in the mirror and my nose was bleeding. And I wasn't mad about it, but I was shocked and confused on where it came from. And so when, I tried to kind of ask Drake some questions how do we think it happened? He got super defensive.
All right, well, it sounds like you guys were having a really nice evening together. Really happy to hear that you guys are interacting in very positive ways, lots of laughing. So that's really great. Cindy, I hear your side about things. You're worried about, you brought to Drake's attention that your nose is bleeding and you're just wondering, how it happened. Drake, can you tell me about your response to Cindy?
I told you that I didn't do it. It's not my fault. Don't blame me for your nose bleeding. I didn't hit you.
I wasn't thinking that you were trying to hit me. I was just figuring out where it came from. I didn't think that.
I told you I didn't do it. That wasn't my fault.
All right, guys, let's slow down a little bit, really take a look at this. Drake, you told Cindy you didn't do it and it wasn't your fault. Cindy, you told Drake that you weren't trying to blame him. Drake, can you explain to Cindy, what led up to you yelling at her?
I yelled because I didn't want you to blame me for those, things, for nosebleed. I told you it wasn't my fault, and you kept on going on about the nosebleed, and I wouldn't stop, so I started yelling.
So, Drake, let me understand and try to help Cindy understand as well. You started yelling because Cindy wouldn't drop the subject about her nose bleeding after you told her that it wasn't your fault?
Yeah, Cindy in the past has told me she was scared of me and me hurting her. So I did not want her to blame me for this because I don't do it and I didn't hurt her. It made me angry that she kept going on about it. It made me feel like she was trying to blame me for it. So I started yelling. Cindy was quick to be quiet after that.
Alright, so overall, Drake, you started yelling because of the previous conversation about Cindy thinking you could hurt her. So you became defensive, you felt the need to let Cindy know that you in fact did not hurt her. And you became angry, which is the word that you used to explain the feeling that you had, because Cindy would not stop blaming you for the nosebleed?
Yeah, that's right.
And you also mentioned Cindy was quick to be quiet after that?
Yeah, she finally shut up about it.
Drake, how did it make you feel after Cindy shut up about it?
I mean, it was nice that she dropped the conversation, but then she just sat there not saying anything. She then walked out of the room after she just was quiet and what felt like forever to me.
So after the yelling stopped, Cindy became quiet.
Yeah, I did. I didn't really understand why Drake was yelling. I mean, I wasn't yelling, I was calm. I wasn't even trying to blame him. I was just like trying to find out what happened because neither of us really knew. And Drake made sure that wanted to make sure I wasn't blaming him for it. I became really anxious and it hurt my feelings because he was yelling. It made me remember all the other times that he's yelled at me, and so I just decided to be quiet, go in the other room and keep to myself. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure being yelled at for just asking some questions didn't make you feel great. And Drake, I'm sure Cindy continued the conversation after you told her that it wasn't your fault, was quite frustrating. I mean, obviously, it led to you yelling. So now I want you guys to address the behaviors that led up to the feelings that you both had. You know, in this line of work, we call this, and what is happening between you guys, it's demon dialogues. And you know, in this situation, you guys had quite a few different of these things, you know, going on. We have this one called Find the Bad Guy. And this is a form of self-protection, but the main move is, you know, mutual attack and accusations, you know. In this case, you guys, from what you explained to me, you guys are both doing this, you know, accusing each other and then, you know, attacking, being defensive. I mean, and then it ended in withdrawal from the situation. And then you also have the, what is it? Oh, the protest polka, which is demand and withdrawal, which, you know, both of you guys were doing. And then again, like I mentioned, it ended in the withdrawal. And I know we don't quite have a lot of time left here, but I think you guys should take a look at each other, like the things you guys were saying to each other. Think about 3 things that that you each said to each other, and then think about the negative responses that could have arisen from those things. Because when you do these things, you can look at how the cycle is continued and perpetuated. And so by taking a look at how negative responses could be be made, you can think about the words that you said in the first place and alter the overall the overall cycle, and, you know, put a stop to that kind of thing. And then, you know, look behind the things about, like, what was upset, you know, what caused the yelling. So I would like you guys to just, you know, take time and look at, you know, Cindy wanting you to be more attentive to the situation. She wasn't trying to accuse you of anything, but it seemed like she just wanted you to care about her nose bleeding, not worrying about who did what to each other. So I want you guys to take time to answer these questions, to talk about things, and when we come back next week, we can follow up and discuss y'all's answers.
Okay. That sounds good. Thanks.